All right, everybody, welcome to SR Broadcasting. We're here tonight with the PORTSIDE Jaguar Land Rover Truck Series at Rockingham Speedway for 125 laps. It's going to be a really good race tonight. Looks like we got 22 guys going to potentially take the field tonight. Right now, these guys are in a driver's meeting. We have a bunch of stuff to go over before we get going here tonight. So, how about we get to some of it? First, let's look at the track conditions here tonight. We have 78-degree temperature, partly cloudy skies, and 103-degree track temperature. So, it's going to be a little bit slickery out there. We thought there was only 2 more races left, this one and Darlington until the chase, but there's 3 more races after tonight. We have Darlington next week, and give me a second, let me pull it up and I'll tell you what's coming up on the schedule. Darlington, Charlotte, and then Chicagoland. And then the chase will start, and that'll be on September 19th at New Hampshire. So that's where the truck chases start. We had it down as 2 races, so excuse us for that. Let's take a look here with our points champion, Shane Papala. Right now he's showing in second for warm-up. Travis Walls in first. Adam Baker's in third. Brian Neff is showing in fourth. So that's pretty good. All right, let's go over the... Ooh, somebody wrecking real bad in the back over there. We're not going to do the points. We're actually going to do the bubble drivers. So let me just find it here. Okay. Right now, the way it looks coming in to tonight's race, everybody you see in green is locked in. Everybody in the yellow is on points all the way up until 12th. And then when you go to 13, 14, 15, and 16, that's how many points back they are. So Jim Locking is 16 points back from 12th. Jeff Glockner's 22 points back. Paul Cohen is 24 points back. And Michael Palmer's 32 points back. But all of this can change as soon as a new driver gets a win. That'll move everybody from 8th on down 1. That'll knock Timothy Lewis out and cause a whole difference all over again. But we'll be putting this up for the next couple of weeks as it changes, and I'll see who are the 12 drivers that are going in. But right now, Shane Papala, who is your points leader, locked in the top. Adam Baker, Len McNeese, Lupa Gonzalez, David Howard Jr., Joe Mitchell, and Travis Wall all guaranteed a spot to the chase. Ronald Henry, Dean Viney, Donna McLaughlin, Kurt Davidson, and Timothy Lewis right now the potential drivers to get in. But you never know, we might get an upset tonight and get a different winner. Definitely be good to see somebody else come into victory lane tonight. Let's see. Number 36. Let's see if we can find him on here. See what kind of paint he's got running here. I see we got some people talking about it in chat, so let's pull it up. All right, we've got the Lion King truck on the number 36, Braden Johnson. Got people pulling for him out here. You never know, it might be an upset tonight. We got Joe Mitchell out there in the 18. We have Adam Baker in the 48. So we got Jim Locking out there in the 91. So they got 125 laps here tonight, and there is no fast repairs in any of the SoMo series. So if you get any damage, you're gonna have to try and get it fixed up best you can, or pull it behind the wall and call it a night and come back next week. Some of the guys can't afford to do that tonight, so see who's able to keep it clean. Let's jump in. We'll take a quick lap around with Jim Locking. Got a really bumpy track out here. It's a really fun track to run on. It's definitely keeps your hands full. Yeah, well, they're glad to have Braden to the league. It's nice to have new drivers come aboard, and a lot of repeat drivers in the league. Been around for many seasons. Hopefully, he'll be one and be in contention for a chase next season around. Definitely be cool. All right, they got about 2 minutes left. We're going to go ahead to our national anthem, and then we'll come back and watch qualify, see who's going to start up in the front. We'll be right back. All right, we're back here live. About 23 seconds left. We'll go ahead and put up the qualified ticker once these guys get to it. Tonight's race is brought to you by Lazy Days Racing, Portside Jaguar Land Rover Trucks, and SoMo Racing League. Hopefully be a good race here tonight. We're getting ready to roll on over to qualify. See if we can see who's going to be the first driver out on track. We see 89 Shane Papala sliding out, not going to get a lap. I'm not seeing anything, so give us a second. We're going to have to fix this. IRTVO decided to stop working, so give us a second to go ahead and get this fixed. I think we kind of scared it. All right, we're back. We weren't getting any driver information up, any lap times or anything coming in. Right now, it looks like Adam Baker so far has got your #1 starting spot. Kurt Davidson second, Joe Mitchell third, Gary Shank fourth. We just seen Len McNeese. A little bit of changing up front here. Go out with Braden, waiting for him to come around and get a lap. Wow, real loose coming off. Yeah, gonna be a handful tonight. Take a look at Len McNeese. Right now, Len McNeese shown in 7th, trying to get another one. Not able to. The back end's gonna come around on Len. How about let's jump out with Brian Neff. And he's going to be taking it in. Let's go to 53, Lupa Gonzalez. He's shown 19th right now. Does not have a time in yet. So let's see what kind of time he puts up. Wow. And we're going to see that quite a bit tonight. Guys are saying it's really, really tricky out there. Well, looks like Adam Baker is going to hang on to that top spot. There's only Joe Mitchell and Brian Neff out there right now. Actually, Joe Mitchell is the only driver right now out on the track. And he's shown in 4th. He's going to try to back it up. And he is not able to come up with a better time, but not too bad. Got 125 laps. You see how the trucks are right now already. It's pretty wicked loose coming off. A lot of guys going to be, especially coming off a 4, going to be losing the back end of the truck down into the inside wall. Hopefully it doesn't collect everybody, but we'll be looking for the big one. Hopefully it doesn't happen. There's a lot of guys on the line right now with this chase coming up. Pressure's getting a little bit more intense. Every little mistake is going to cost. So if they get caught up in something, you're not going to see these guys out there just driving around, but you're going to see some caution in it. All right, they're getting ready to grid up here. So let's go ahead. Get set here. Hopefully everything will refresh like it's supposed to. All right, we have Adam Baker of MB Motorsports starting on the pole tonight. 2nd place, Kurt Davidson for SoMo Racing. Starting 3rd, David Howard Jr. of Diamond State Racing. Starting 4th, Joe Mitchell of MB Motorsports. 5th place will be Brian Neff with Can-Am. Gary Shank starting 6th. 7th will be Len McNeese for GAC Racing. Starting 8th, Jim Locking for GAC Racing. Starting 9th is Ryan Gemmel for MB Motorsports. Starting 10th, Timothy Lewis, Diamond State Racing. 11th is Lupa Gonzalez for 575 Motorsports. Starting 12th, Tony Gray, Old Schools Motorsports. Dean Viney starting 13th tonight for GAC. Braden Johnson starting 14th, Wide Open Motorsports. Starting 15th is Jeff Glockner for SoMo Racing. 16th is Matthew Talbert. 17th, Timothy Giles is Lazy Days Racing. 18th is Travis Wall for Max Rev Motorsports. 19th, Ronald Henry Can-Am. Shane Papali, a points leader coming in tonight, starting 20th for MB Motorsports. 21st, Sean Dewar. And 22nd, David Gainford, GAC Racing. 23rd, Paul Cohen, GAC Racing. That will round out the field. Definitely going to be an interesting race here to see who can keep the truck from spinning around. Once that fuel wears out, a little bit of rubber gets down on the track, and those tires get a little bit of wear on them. I don't know. It's going to be anybody's game here tonight. Pace car lights are out. Everybody is lined up 2 by 2. Adam Baker does choose the inside. So we'll wait for that pace car to go in and get these boys fired up tonight. 23 drivers on the field tonight. Pace car does go in. And we are live here at Rockingham. Adam Baker off to a good start. See if he can keep it down there through one. Able to take a nice long leap there. And let's back up a little bit here. We have a traffic jam already. See the number 7 of David Howard Jr. looking down low. The number 60 of Brian Neff looking to follow him right down low. Go back a little bit to the 60 of Brian Neff. The 18 of Joe Mitchell. Go back a little further to the 53 Lupa Gonzalez. Looks like the 91 of Jim Locking underneath the 84 of Len McNeese. That's for 9th and 10th already. Let's go back to our new driver here, Braden Johnson, back in 15th. And the yellow is out. Looks like the 84 of Len McNeese involved in that one. Joe Mitchell involved in that one. Oh, man, early. Let's go back and see what happened. Following the 84 of Len McNeese right now. Let's go to a different view here. It was up ahead. Let's go up to the 60 of Brian Neff and take a look what happened up here. Looks like the 41 of Kurt Davidson may have hit the wall and came into the 60. Let's go back one more time, folks. Check this out. Yep, tapped the wall, just made a little bit of contact with the 60. The 18 of Joe Mitchell involved in that. The 84 of Len McNeese. See a lot of guys get by, man. An early one. Going to be a rough one already. And you saw that, just a little tap on the wall. That's going to change things up a little bit up front. Sean Doers stayed out. He's going to be in the lead. Brian Neff behind him, staying out. Going to be in second. Adam Baker looks like he's going to stay in third. Let's see how iRacing scores everybody coming through. I mean, it's only been 4 laps on the tires, but track like this, I think this early on, I'd be pitting and getting fresh tires and fuel and trying to strategize my way out. Yeah, definitely a really loose set tonight. All right, let's check out the top 5. Top 5, Sean Dewar, Brian Neff, Adam Baker, Gary Shank, Ryan Gemmel. Let's move back to 6. You got Lupa Gonzalez. 7th is Jim Locking. 8th is Travis Wall. 9th is Timothy Lewis. And rounding out your top 10, Braden Johnson. Braden started 14th, sitting 10th right now, so definitely moving in the right direction. Timothy Lewis started 10th, moved up 1 to 9th. Travis Wall started 18th, 10 spots. Jim Locking started 8th. He's got 1 position up to 7th. Lupa Gonzalez started 11th, and he is up to 6th. Ryan Gemmel started 9th, and he is sitting in 5th. Gary Shank started 6th, and he's up in 4th. Adam Baker started on the pole, sitting in third right now. We see Brian Neff coming in. I guess he thought a little bit better of it. So that's going to change things up again, just a little bit more up in the front. This is the Portside Jaguar Land Rover Truck Series here at Rockingham Speedway. 3 more races to go before they get to the chase. The chase will start in New Hampshire. I believe I said it was September 19th. We'll double check that before it's over tonight, but we're just waiting now to see who's going to be in, who's going to be out. All right, Adam Baker on the inside. Sean Doerr is going to take the outside. We'll get to see how an outside start is here. And right behind Adam Baker is Gary Shank. And we're back green. See if that outside line didn't really do him that much good. Adam Baker does get out front. They're a little bit stacked up behind. See the 95 of Gary Shank going to second. Lupa Gonzalez now looking down low, trying to take third. It looks like he will take third from the 62 of Sean. Oh, it looks like the 62 of Sean way up high into the wall. Does a good job hanging on to it. Here we have the 36 of Braden Johnson right now sitting in 7th, looking to take 6 from Ryan Gemmel. And he'll take that spot. Lupa Gonzalez now looking underneath the 95 of Gary Shank for second. Excuse me, and Travis Wall right behind them. Lupa gets a little bit of a slide there. Had to back out of it. Does he come through? Yes, he does. So now Travis Wall going to take a look underneath Gary Shank. Travis Wall will take that spot. That's going to move Travis to third. Gary Shank back to fourth. Let's go back a little bit further here. We have Sean Doerr. We have Ryan Gemmel, Braden Johnson, Jim Locking. Sitting back in 9th, your points leader Shane Papala. Now up to 10th, Dean Viney in the 71. And we have a yellow. And let's go back and take a look. Looks like maybe the 88 of Jeff Glockner got loose there first. Oh, we see trucks flying. Hold on, we got to go back and look at that a little bit better. Let's change our view and go take a look. Let's take a look with the back of 88. We see Jeff tap the wall. He hits the wall, tries to correct it, and collects the 78, the 51. And I'm not sure who that is there with him. But we saw that 78 involved with it also, Matthew Talbert. So some drivers did come into pit. It looks like Adam Baker will get out of the pits first. We'll see if anybody stayed out to try and lead a lap. We have a few drivers out already. Paul Cohen, Jeff Glockner, Matthew Talbert, David Howard Jr., Timothy Giles, Kurt Davidson, and Joe Mitchell. All sitting behind a wall right now. Let's see if we can get a word in with Tim Giles and find out what happened with Tim here tonight. Hey, Tim, this is Paul in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, Paul.
Hey, man, what happened there, bro?
Yeah, just trying to stay out of the way and come out of two there, got loose, overcorrected into the wall.
Yeah, we see we seen that in practice and a little bit now on the start. Is the truck really that loose out there?
Yeah, it's loose on exit on both ends, yeah.
Wow. Are you able to get repairs and get back out, or are you going to be done for the night?
Well, pit repair right now is showing 32 minutes, so I'm going to be multiple laps down. I think with it being, this close to the chase, so I'm not screwing up anybody else's night. Unfortunate for David Howard again. I got into him there.
Yeah.
I think I'll just park it so I'm out of the way, so I'm not costing anybody else, any other spots.
Well, that's too bad, man. Next week is Darlington. You got anything maybe at Darlington? Maybe get a better show?
Yeah, I hope so. This is both races now. I wrecked out way early, I guess, just being new at the whole driving thing, used to spotting and stuff, and started driving here recently, and hopefully a better week next week.
Yeah, it'll come, man. Well, too bad for what happened to you tonight, man, but we appreciate you stopping in and talking with us. I know it ain't easy, but we look forward to seeing you here next week, man. Maybe have a better shot at it.
All right, Paul, have a good night. I'll be watching the stream.
All right, man. Have a good one, buddy. All right, that was Tim Giles. Unfortunate second race here, just in the wrong place, wrong time. The first time, and then this time you heard him, it's loose. Pace car is in. We're back green. Adam Baker on the inside, Travis Wall on the outside. And Travis Wall able to hang on the outside so far. We haven't seen that in the two prior starts. Adam Baker, though, definitely going to get that run. Looks like the inside line is where you're going to want to be. So number 6 of Ryan Gemmel, the 53 of Lupa Gonzalez. That is for third and fourth right there. And it looks like the 53 is going to take that position. Go back here to Gary Shank sitting in 5th. Braden Johnson sitting in 6th. And Sean Dewar in 7th. See if we can't get a pretty decent run going here. Looks like it kind of fanned out a little bit. Trying to see if there's anybody close on the track. See the 60 of Brian Neff trying to look underneath the 91 of Jim Locking. Yeah, a lot of good drivers out, man, and still pretty early in the race. See the 60 of Brian Neff was going to try and peek his nose back under. I don't know if that's a good thing to do right now. Thought I seen a little bit of smoke coming out up front here. We see 89 Shane Papala sitting in 14th, shown one lap down. First driver for the lucky dog position, 84 of Len McNeese in 13th on the lead lap. Then we go back up here to Brian Neff and Jim Locking, and that's for 11th and 12th right now. Oh, Jim Locking with a little scrape of the wall. Hangs on to it, though. And that's going to bring Shane Papala up here with them. It's go back up front a little bit. Travis Wall closing in on Adam Baker. That is for first and second. We see Lupa Gonzalez not too far behind. Let's jump inside with Travis real quick. And you see these trucks moving around. I mean, this track is definitely, a lot of guys don't like it because it does have a lot of bumps and, you know, bounces you around a lot, but it's definitely a fun track to drive. I enjoy it. It's definitely a handful if you have a decent setup. So we see the 36 of Braden Johnson does get around Gary Shank, so he'll move into 5th. Gary Shank back to 6th, and Sean Dewar is now in 7th. Looks like we have a little bit going on back here with, I believe that's Brian Neff. He did get around Jim Locking. 89 of Shane Papala, even though he's a lap down, he did get around Jim Locking also. Looks like we may have a challenge for the lead up front. Travis Wall down low. Travis Wall going to beat him to the line and be scored your leader. We'll see if he can complete that pass and get in that clean air. See who else is kind of close out here. Let's take a look. Let's see where Tony Gray started here tonight. Tony Gray started 12th, sitting in 10th, right behind Dean Viney. Dean Viney sitting in 9th, started 13th. Timothy Lewis sitting in 8th, he started 10th. Sean Dewar is sitting 7th, and he started 21st. Gary Shank started 6th, sitting 6th. Braden Johnson started 14th, got himself all the way up to the 5th spot. And Ryan Gemmel started 9th, sitting in 4th. Lupa Gonzalez started 11th, sitting in 3rd. Adam Baker started on the pole. He is sitting 2nd. And our new leader, Travis Wall, started 18th, is up front. He's got 3 laps led so far here tonight. Adam Baker, what did he have? 23 laps led so far. I believe we only had 3 lead changes, 2 cautions, 95 laps still to go here tonight, so plenty racing to go. Looks like Braden Johnson is closing in on Ryan Gemmel. He's got him down to about 3/10, so we'll keep an eye on that. Tony Gray right now about 1/10 to 2/10 behind Dean Viney. That is for 9th and 10th. And Brian Neff again, not too far off in that picture. Dean Viney 9th, Tony Gray 10th, Brian Neff 11th. Got some nice looking trucks out there tonight. And these 3 are getting a little bit tight now. Let's see if we can't get a better camera angle. A lot of bouncing around. This guy's doing a good job though, hanging on to it. We saw how loose it was. Let's take a look back from the back of Dean Viney. You see Tony Gray right there, almost right up to his back bumper. Tony Gray looking to the inside. See if he's able to keep that truck down low and make that pass. That's going to put Tony Gray in 9th. That's going to open the door for the 60 of Brian Neff to get underneath the 71 of Dean Viney. Oh, there's a truck down into the wall. I'm not sure who that was. No yellow, though. So Travis Wall out front. He's got 10 laps led, coming to 11 laps led. Adam Baker sitting in 2nd. Lupa Gonzalez a little further back, sitting in 3rd. Ryan Gemmel in 4th. And Braden Johnson rounding out your top 5. And it looks like guys are starting to spread out a little bit, so we may see some green flag stops coming up. That will change things up quite a bit. Not really seeing too many drivers close together on the track right now. I think the closest we have right now is Jim Locking and Dean Viney with the 89 of Shane Papala, who's a lap down. Just kind of stuck in the middle of these two guys. And we see Shane trying to get to the back of the 71 and loosen him up just a little bit to make that pass. I mean, it would do Dean good just to let him go by because he is a lap down. He's not for position. Worry about Jim Locking now. So that's going to let Shane get by and get a little bit more free air, I guess. A little bit of less pressure on him. Dean Viney right now sitting in 10th. Jim Locking in 11th. And it looks like the 62 Sean Doerr is getting ready to make a pass on the 95 of Gary Shank. And that's for 6th and 7th. Tony Gray going to follow the 62. Oh, and he gets a little bit loose. You see him kind of look like the back end was going to come around. He's down low. And that's scary when you're that outside driver. Because if that guy down on the inside loosens up or the back end comes around or he gets tight halfway through that turn, he's got nowhere to go but up into you, going to use you as the wall. Definitely a scary moment there, but we do have some changes here. So Sean Doerr does move up to 6th. Tony Gray trying to get around the 95 of Gary Shank. Seen Tony look like he got on that line and the truck didn't like it too much. See the 60 of Brian Neff right there and the 89 of Shane Papala not too far behind. Tony Gray going to try and take another look. See if he can keep that truck down low. Is Gary going to give it to him or is he going to fight him back? And it looks like Gary's going to give that spot to him, but that's going to open the door for the 60 of Brian Neff now to try and get by. And it looks like the 60 of Brian Neff is going to take that position. So that's going to move Gary back to 9th, Brian Neff to 8th, Tony Gray 7th. Go back up to 6th. The 62 Sean Doerr just getting by the 36 of Braden Johnson. Oh, and he's getting loose just as we got on him. Oh, great save right there. That was a good save. See, he's got a little bit of right front damage, but at this track, it won't make much of a difference. But man, you seen that truck just start going. We'll go back up here now. The 3-driver battle we got going on. Sean Dewar, Tony Gray, Brian Neff, 5th, 6th, and 7th. Keep an eye on these guys because it's going to get a little bit hot, I think. See if we can get inside, turn this sucker up before we have another caution. And these guys are battling it out like way hard right here. That's 5th, 6th, and 7th, and that's going to bring Gary Shank in the 8th position a little bit closer. We're going to have a 4-truck battle going on here. Meanwhile, up front, Travis Wall, 29 laps led. Adam Baker, 1.6 behind. Sitting in 3rd, Lupa Gonzalez. 4th place is the number 6 of Ryan Gemmel. 5th place is Tony Gray. 6th place sits the number 60 of Brian Neff. Sean Dewar sitting in 7th. Gary Shank in 8th. Braden Johnson in 9th. And Dean Viney, that number 71, sitting in 10th. The 75 of Ronald Henry is 1 lap down. And he probably has fresher tires, so he's going to go right on by. That's going to open up the door for the 71 of Dean Viney to try to make a move on the 36 of Braden. So we'll keep an eye on this and see what develops here. This is for 9th, 10th, and 11th. Looks like the 91 of Jim Locking going to try and take a look underneath the 71. And if these guys fight side by side, that's going to let 36 of Braden Johnson get a little bit more space in between them. But Locking does get by. So that's going to move Jim Locking to 10th, Dean Viney back to 11th. I thought I seen a little bit of smoke there, but I don't see anybody down off the track. Yeah, pit stops got to be coming up. Fuel-wise, they're probably okay, but tires, I can't imagine the tires hanging on much longer. Although these guys are doing a better job of it now that they've got a little bit of tire wear. Go back here to 71 of Dean Viney. This is for 10th and 11th. And we see Braden up into the wall. Does keep it straight. Leader Travis Wall going by. Going to put Braden one lap down. And Travis Wall, I think that was pretty close right there. So let's take a look here at the last car on the lead lap. Right now is Dean Viney, and Travis Wall is about to grab him and put him a lap down. See Dean trying to hang on to that lead lap. Travis Wall going to take it down low. Dean Viney now will go a lap down, so he'll be the first truck on the lead lap. I mean, on the in the lucky dog position. Sorry, excuse me. There's too much going on here. Let's take a look at the top 5. Travis Wall, Adam Baker, Lupa Gonzalez, Ryan Gemmel, and Tony Gray. We've had 3 lead changes, 2 cautions, and we still have about 60 laps to go here tonight. It's starting to look like we are going to see some green flag pits pretty soon, and that is definitely going to shake things up quite a bit. So we got Paul Cohen, the number 51, sitting in 16th, 21 laps down. David Gainforth, the 101, 5 laps down, sitting 15th. Len McNeese, 2 laps down, sitting in 14th. Shane Papala, he's sitting 1 lap down. Ronald Henry in 12th, sitting 1 lap down. Braden Johnson in 11th, 1 lap down. Braden coming to the pits. So we'll see his truck definitely pick up some speed here when he comes back out of the pits. Adam Baker also in the pits. So we're starting to see some of it happen now. Lupa Gonzalez will move up into 2nd. Travis Wall does still stay out. Ryan Gemmel up to 3rd. Tony Gray quickly moves up to 4th. And Brian Neffs rounds out your top 5 here. See Jim Locking and Travis Wall. Jim Locking trying to stay on that lead lap. Travis Wall trying to get to him. Jim Locking is the last truck on the lead lap, and Jim is sitting in 8th. So we see Adam Baker back on the track. Braden Johnson back on the track. I'm trying to watch and see who's going to be the next takers for pit road. Looks like Ryan Gemmel's closing in a little bit on 2nd place. Lupa Gonzalez, Tony Gray also not too far behind. Ryan Gemmel looking for a good run here tonight. Break that bad luck streak that he's been having. So Ryan Gemmel will move into 2nd. Ryan Gemmel, Lupa Gonzalez, Tony Gray, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. So while these two battle it out back there, that's going to let Ryan Gemmel get a little bit further ahead. And we see the 36, Braden Johnson, back out from the pit, from his pits. Fresher tires, you'll see the difference in speed right here. Yeah, they really did a good job now, Seth, having it so you can actually see the rubber build up. See Luba Gonzalez now coming into the pits. So he's going to give up second to Ryan Gemmel. Travis Wall still out. Tony Gray sitting in third in that 00. And Adam Baker gonna cut it high. See, the 48 and the 36 did go in and pit. They have fresher tires. They are a couple laps down, but you can see the speed difference. Adam Baker gonna swing it down low, jump past 36, gonna take that opening too. Tony Gray up in second. Travis Wall still out front in first. Oh, and we got some. Oh, the 36 and the 00. And no caution. It does stay green. Looks like both drivers will come down pit road. Let's quickly jump back and see if we can see what happened. Try and change our camera angle here. Oh, kind of hard to tell. Definitely some net code for sure. Let's go back one more time. Try and see what happens. Let's look at the back of the 00 of Tony Gray. See Adam Baker go by. Yeah, I don't know. Looked like the 36 might have hit the bump a little bit. And then big net code there. You see both of those drivers getting some repairs done to their car, their truck. Meanwhile, Travis Wall out front. Travis Wall's got 53 laps led. Brian Neff sitting in second. Sean Doerr sitting in third, and he is the last truck on the lead lap. Everybody else is one or more laps down. See Ronald Henry in the number 75. He is sitting in seventh, one lap down. And here comes Travis Wall, not too far behind. '75 definitely with fresher tires. Travis Wall though coming real close to putting the 75 one more lap down and gonna put the 62 of Sean Doerr lap down. So until Travis comes in and pits, there's a whole bunch of trucks. I believe Travis Wall may be coming into the pits now. Yep. So that should put Brian Neff in the lead next time by, if he stays out. And we'll start seeing some guys getting back on the lead lap here. Looks like Jim Locking will be back on the lead lap. Dean Viney and maybe Adam Baker. Yeah, we've been seeing a lot of net code issues last few races. So not really surprised. See, does Brian Neff stay out? Yes, he does. So he's going to stay out to get that bonus point for leading the lap. Sean Doerr in second. Adam Baker now in third. Dean Viney sitting in fourth. Travis Wall back out on the track. Shown in fifth. We'll wait for him to come across the line and make sure that's where iRacing does have him scored. And yep, that's where they're going to show him. So Travis Wall sitting in 5th, fresh tires. Lupa Gonzalez 1 lap down, sitting in 6th. Ryan Gemmel 1 lap down in 7th. Ronald Henry on the pits. 1 lap down, he was in 8th. Going to lose a couple spots. Travis, I think, has the freshest tires out of them. Adam Baker's got fresh tires, but I think Travis Wall, because he came in quite a bit later, he might have a little bit of advantage. And we did see Travis Wall is a pretty decent truck out there. I think Adam Baker is going to have to try and drive and save a little bit for when Travis does catch him. Laps are winding down though. We're at lap 87, coming to lap 88, so should be a pretty interesting finish here pretty soon. And right now we have a bunch of drivers sitting in the pits and disconnected. The 89 of Shane Papala is off the track. The 36 of Braden Johnson is off the track. Timothy Lewis, Matthew Tauber, Kurt Davidson, Jeff Glockner, David Howard Jr., Tim Giles, and Joe Mitchell. Some of them were caught up in one of the earlier wrecks. See Adam Baker now going to take 2nd place from Sean Doerr. And Adam Baker is about, Travis Wall, about 5/10 maybe back. So we'll see if he's we'll watch that time, see if anything comes of it. But Brian Neff, though, sitting up front right now. Brian Neff's got 7 laps led. Adam Baker's about 8 seconds behind and closing in. Go back to Tony Gray. Let's see. Tony Gray right now sitting 12th, 3 laps down. Ronald Henry currently 11th, started 19th. Ronald Henry's 2 laps down. Jim Locking started 8th. He's sitting in 10th right now. We see the 41 of Kurt Davidson back out on the track. Len McNeese started 7th. He's sitting in 9th. Gary Shank, who started 6th, sitting in 8th. He is 1 lap down. And first truck a lap down is Ryan Gemmel. He started 9th, and he's sitting in 7th. So if a caution does come out, Ryan Gemmel will get that lucky dog, and some of these other guys are going to have to try and take a wave around. Sean Doerr started 21st, sitting in 3rd, got 3 laps led, got some bonus points for leading the lap. Adam Baker started 1st, sitting in 2nd. He's got 23 laps led, and Brian Neff right now started 5th. He's sitting in 1st with 10 laps led. And they are kind of spread out here. Not really anybody racing for position at this moment. See Dean Viney back down in the pits. He's going to give up 7th. Ryan Gemmel right now, well, he's passing the 60, but not for well, that'll put him back on the lead lap. My bad. So he'll be at the tail end of the lead lap. So the next driver will be Gary Shank if a caution was to come out. Gary Shank will get that lucky dog. Let's see, that's Len McNeese and Ronald Henry. And they are not for position. Jim Locking in the 91. He is in 9th. Len McNeese is in 8th. That is for position right there. Dean Viney back out on the track. It looks like Jim Locking is going to take it down low. So that'll put Jim Locking in 8th. That'll put Len McNeese back to 9th. Adam Baker now up front. Brian Neff back to second, and Travis Wall about 4.8 seconds behind your leader. So Travis Wall definitely making up some time here. Let's take a look. You have Adam Baker, Brian Neff, and Travis Wall. So Travis definitely going to do what he can to try to get back up to Adam Baker. So Adam Baker has 25 laps led. Travis Wall's got 56 laps led. Brian Neff 13 laps led. So we had a couple leaders up there. See Kurt Davidson back out on the track trying to hang on to a couple of positions. Started second. Unfortunately, he got caught up in early mess, sitting 19th. Paul Cohen coming out of the pits. David Gainforth in that 101. He's sitting 13th, 7 laps down. Travis Wall now up to second, about 3.9 seconds behind Adam Baker. So it's going to get hot here. Like I said, Travis Wall has a little bit fresher tires than Adam Baker. So I don't know. Hopefully Adam's saving something for when he gets to him. Laps are counting down. See the 62, Sean Dorr sitting in 4th. 53, Lupa Gonzalez in 3rd. And then the 71 of Dean Viney, he is 2 laps down in 11th. Lupa Gonzalez is your current Lazy Days Racing Cup Series champion from 2016. Well, we'll see. You know, if he uses the bumper, man, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be hard for Adam to hang on to it. Our current Portside Jaguar Land Rover Truck Series champion Shane Papala, the number 89. He is not on the track, but he's got a pretty good lead over second place. So tonight's race isn't really going to hurt him in the points. He is locked into the chase, looking for a back-to-back championship, though. Definitely not the night that he wanted, but he's got a strong enough cushion that it's really not going to make that much of a difference for him. Next week is Darlington. That's going to be pretty interesting. We have Darlington in the Portside Jaguar Land Rover Truck Series, and Darlington Thursday night next week in the Lazy Days Racing Cup Series with some throwback schemes. So that'll be live on PBR Broadcast. And if you're here, not this Thursday, but next Thursday, tune in for that race. You're going to see some real old-time paints. Travis Wall now down to about 1.3 behind Adam Baker. So we'll have to keep an eye on this and see what happens. Take a look back from Adam Baker's truck to Travis Wall. Adam Baker in first. We're looking back from his truck to second place, Travis Wall. Closing that gap up pretty quick. Adam Baker getting around some lap traffic. Going to let Travis Wall close in a little bit more. I think Travis Wall is going to have much fresher tires. Going to be able to get by. "16 laps to go. This could be the winning pass right here. They could go wrong, take them both out. Lupe Gonzalez get up in the front. And it looks like Travis Wall going to take a look to the inside. Adam Baker does give him plenty of room. I think Adam Baker knows he's got much fresher tires. Doesn't really want to take a chance losing that second place spot and finishing possibly out of the top 10. So Adam Baker, Travis Wall back to the lead. Gonna add on a couple of more laps. Take a look at the top 5 here. You got Travis Wall, Adam Baker, Lupe Gonzalez, Ryan Gemmel, Jim Locking, your top 5. And I believe right now with the way the standings are, Jim Locking was 16 points out, and looks like he may close that gap up. Let's see where Timothy Lewis is. Timothy Lewis is out. And Timothy Lewis is 67 laps down, so we'll see if Jim Locking made up those points. That may put Jim Locking into the 12th spot, the bubble spot, and move Timothy Lewis out. So definitely a lot of changing going on here tonight. And like I said, we have 3 more races. What do we have? We have Darlington next week, and then we have Charlotte, and then Chicagoland, and then the chase will start at New Hampshire. So guys are gonna have to I don't know, this is the last chance battle. You know, it doesn't look like we're gonna have a new winner tonight, so it's gonna be the guys in the yellow on the points really gonna have to keep an eye on where they're at on the track. And maybe next week at Darlington, race the track instead of race the drivers. I know I had to do that last season in the Lazy Days Racing Cup Series. I just got to the point where towards the end there, trying to stay in, because I was on the bubble a couple of times, and I came out and I just kind of rode my way to the front and didn't really concern myself with where I was during the race, but started doing some strategy towards the end. So I don't know, some of these guys may want to rethink that just to get themselves into that first set. 9 laps to go. Travis Wall out front, Adam Baker in second, Lupe Gonzalez sitting in third, Ryan Gemmel sitting in fourth, and Jim Locking rounding out the top 5. Number 60 of Brian Neff sitting in 6th, Gary Shank sitting in 7th. 8th place is the 84 of Len McNeese. 9th place, 62, Sean Doerr. And 10th place is Ronald Henry in at number 75. Dean Viney, 11th. Tony Gray in 12th. David Gain, 4th in 13th. Paul Cohen sitting in 14th. And Kirk Davidson, he's sitting in 18th. And the yellow does come out, and it looks like Brian Neff. So let's go take a look and find out what happened to Brian Neff here. See if just the back end came out or what. Yep, the back end started coming out on him right there. Does a great job though, not hitting anything. A lot of guys overcorrect it and usually end up into the outside wall. So he did a great job there. All right, well, 5 laps to go. I doubt we're going to see the leaders come in. I'd be really surprised. Looks like Adam Baker is going to come in, probably figuring, well, depending on how many guys take the wave around, Adam Baker's kind of got a good plan there. Because there's only a few cars on the lead lap, a few trucks, I mean, and that'll put him, if iRacing puts him right, that'll put him 4th with the freshest tires. So we may see an upset here. And it looks like he's only going to get one shot at it. See, Travis Wall's got a pretty good truck, looking pretty strong out there. He's not going to pit, so these guys are not going to get a wave around. Lupa Gonzalez will probably start 2nd. Ryan Gemmel will start 3rd. And they should put Adam Baker 4th up on the outside.
Do more and stay active with O2 Dermaleaf, the ache and pain relief gel like no other. No smell, no tingling sensation, and no greasy feel. O2 Dermaleaf is a natural pain relief for everyday aches, pains, bumps, and bruises. Oxygen is the secret. It's the natural way to relieve and revitalize. Your joints, muscles, and skin need oxygen to thrive, and O2 Dermaleaf delivers a rich supply of molecular oxygen in a new, state-of-the-art formula. Every day we hear new stories of pain relief from satisfied customers. Shouldn't you try O2 Dermaleaf too? Score a $5 discount on your purchase of O2 Dermaleaf. Visit O2Dermaleaf.com and use promo code SOMO999. That's the letter O, the number 2, Dermaleaf.com, and enter SOMO999 to get your $5 discount.
Oh, sorry about that. I realized we had it muted. This is going to get good right here. Wasn't sure if we were going to go back green. We're going to have a 1-lap shootout. Adam Baker with the fresh tires. Travis Wall on the inside on older tires. 1 lap to get her done. Pace car's in. Hang on tight. We're going. See 2 teammates out on the outside. Travis Wall. Oh, and they're wrecking behind them. Travis Wall, though, doesn't look like he's going to be able to hang on to it. Adam Baker's going to take it to the front. Lupa Gonzalez going to take home 2nd. Ryan Gemmel going to take home 3rd. Man, what an upset right there. Oh, that was definitely a good finish. I didn't think we were going to go back green. Adam Baker with that good move, man, pulling into the pits right there and Getting them fresh tires for that last shootout, able to get around him right there on the outside. Didn't look like he was going to get by at first, but he does make it by. So congratulations, Adam Baker, for taking that win. So we'll have Adam Baker, Lupa Gonzalez, and Ryan Gemmel for second and third. So we'll give these guys a minute to get their stuff together, and we'll try to get a word in with them. I was kind of shocked when I seen you go into the pits, but now I see why, man. That was definitely a good move on your part, man. Congratulations on the win, buddy.
Thank you. I mean, I don't necessarily love winning like that. It is great to pull out the victory. Travis was the man to beat tonight. I feel bad that it worked out the way it did. I wish it could have been me and him, you know, racing side by side at the very end. And we did have that in 1 and 2, but once I got by him, I just needed to get out in front and get down low. And but yeah, it was a fun race.
Yeah, it definitely was good, man. Let's take a look here. You started on the pole. You take it home at first. You got 39 laps led. You had a real strong truck out there. We did see, you know, towards the end there, Travis had a little bit fresher tires, and we were watching him kind of, you know, get a little bit closer. And we were saying if you were saving anything for when he got there, were you trying to save, or did you just figure, you know, he's coming, I'm going to just try and get as far as I can?
I was just pushing as hard as I could. I kept catching lap traffic or other trucks in really bad spots on the track, so I'd lose momentum. And that was happening to me like before we even pitted, and before I came back out in the lead. Travis would get by somebody really, really well, like catch him in a really good spot, and then I'd catch him in, you know, like going into 3 where it's like it gets pretty tight, and so I just kept losing time that way, and I'm like, I got to make it up somehow. So I knew I wasn't going to beat him on speed alone. I needed to play some strategy, so that's why I pitted a little early and was out there for, I don't know, 15 laps or so in the lead, and he was chasing me down. I was watching the relative the whole time, and I was just trying to, you know, keep it as far out as I could, and I knew once he got to me it was going to be over, but luckily that caution came out and kind of saved me.
Yeah, when that last caution did come out and we seen you go into the pits, I was kind of shocked at first, but then I was looking through and I saw it was really a smart move on your part, because there was only 4 trucks, 4 trucks on the lead lap. So I said, worst place you would be in 4th on the outside with the fresher tires. And I don't know what happened. I think Lupa must have gone in afterwards, because it put you in front of him. But man, that was a great move on your part, man. That's definitely a winning move, and you know, you can't say that you don't want to win that way, because dude, that's strategy. You know what I mean? That's just another part of racing. So I hand it to you, man. Congratulations. That was definitely a good way to do it.
Thank you. I was really hoping we'd have the 1 lap shootout. And yeah, worst case scenario, Ryan was actually a lucky dog, so he would have started at the end of the pack. So the worst I could have finished if we didn't go back green would have been 3rd.
Yeah.
So I took that into account. I'm like, I led some laps. I mean, 3rd's not much worse than 2nd. I mean, it's not a win, but it worked out going back green, and I just barely got by him going into 3 there. We put up a great fight.
Awesome. Well, you got Tim Giles up here that congratulates you in the win, and your teammate Seth Hatchell also was watching. He said congratulations on that win, man. So before we let you get out of here and go celebrate, anybody you want to shout out to, man?
I'd like to thank you guys up there at SR Broadcasting for putting on these great races. I'd like to thank all the admins and all the members of the league for everything that they do, all the fun that we have out here. It's all because of the members. I'd like to thank PORTSIDE, Jaguar, and Land Rover for sponsoring the race and the series. I'd like to thank my teammates for everything that they do, and all the fans that came out and watched.
All right, awesome, man. Well, listen, congratulations on that win. That was definitely a great move there at the end. Real smart move on your part, man. I was glad we went back green, because I was kind of worried that we weren't going to go back green, and definitely didn't disappoint, man. So congratulations, buddy.
All right, thank you.
All righty. All right, we're going to see, let's see, we'll get caught up here with Ryan Gamble. Ryan Gamble, this is Paul in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Paul.
Hey, man, you started ninth. You had a good run here tonight. You looks like hopefully you broke that bad luck streak that's been following you around. You take it home third, man. How'd it feel out there tonight?
The car felt awesome. I wasn't too sure about this track in practice. I haven't raced here before, but as the runs went on, it really came to me, and I really like this track. The car handled great, and things there at the end kind of fell my way to get a podium spot. I was kind of stuck in fourth there for a while, but it worked out.
Yeah, this is one of those tracks, you know, I love racing here. I would have loved to have been out there with you guys tonight. I love bumping around and the way the truck bounces around out there. You know, it keeps you on your toes, man. But we saw a lot of guys losing the back end of the truck. Did you feel that during the run? Or, you know, I know with some of these tracks, as you get more heat in the tires, it kind of settles down a little bit. But what was your case?
I got a little bit of that in practice, just pushing for hard, fast laps, a little loose off too, but not through the race. Car was pretty stable throughout the race. I didn't really get loose at all.
No, that's good, man. Well, next week is Darlington in the trucks. You able to run any laps out there before in the trucks?
Yeah, I've had 2 or 3 races there in the trucks and in the Cup Series too, but I definitely need to get out and refresh at that track. That's always a tough one.
Yeah.
But that's next on my to-do list after tomorrow night.
Yeah, well, listen, man, we'll be looking for you next week to see if you can do anything here at Darlington. But definitely a great run tonight. And like I said, hopefully this breaks that little bit of bad luck streak that was kind of following you around. You know, you did a good job tonight. You kept it clean. You started ninth, and you take it home third. And last truck on the lead lap, man. So congratulations on that, buddy.
Yeah, thank you very much.
And before we let you get out of here, anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Just a big thanks to Adam and all my teammates. I couldn't ask to be on a better team. And those guys are just absolutely phenomenal. But thanks to Portside, Jaguar, and Land Rover for sponsoring the race, and you for broadcasting them, and everyone that came out to watch. A green flag run like the one we had, that really shows what we can do here in this league, even with some of the newer guys coming out in the truck series. Yeah,
it's good to see a lot of these newer guys coming out a lot of them showed some good potential, so should definitely make for a good next season.
Yeah, I'm definitely ready for next season. Missed a few races here and there. I'm not in the position in the points or have enough races to make the chase, so I'm ready for next year, but I'm also ready to see what the rest of this season has in store.
Yeah, definitely going to be fun. Well, listen, man, congratulations on third place tonight, and hopefully we'll see you next week and with a good finish.
Yep, thank you.
All right, have a good night.
You too.
All right, that was Ryan Gemmel. He'll take it home third. Second place was Mr. Lupa Gonzalez. He started 11th, takes it home second tonight. We won't be able to get a word in with him, but congratulations to Lupa Gonzalez. Definitely having a pretty decent run here. And Lupa Gonzalez is our current Lazy Days Racing Cup champion from 2016. And last year, believe it or not, Lupa Gonzalez was the winningest driver in SoMo. He had the most wins. He was just on fire last year. This year, I don't know if he's got any wins here in the Truck Series this season. I believe not, but definitely doing good. And takes it home second tonight. Had a really strong truck. Hopefully we'll see him next week at Darlington and see what he's got over there for these guys. Let me take a look real quick, because this is going to be interesting next week when we come back on. Trying to see. Yeah, all right, Lupa Gonzalez must have a win because he is locked in the green. So, all right, that's my bad there. So that'll move him up a little bit, maybe in the points. Len McNeese, they may shuffle around a little bit, but everybody you see here in the green is locked in. Yellow is on points. Timothy Lewis, he is in 12th on the bubble, and Jim Locking had a really good finish here tonight. So Jim Locking may be that bubble driver. We'll have to come back next week and check it out and see where these points go to. But hope you enjoyed the race tonight. I thought it was pretty good. Adam Baker takes home the win. And Adam Baker will have 39 laps led. Travis Wall will lead 70 laps. Travis Wall had a really strong truck there. And we saw a couple of good trucks get taken out early. A couple of back ends of these trucks were coming out on drivers, but not a whole lot you can do. Definitely a good race, though. We had 7 lead changes, 3 cautions, and 125 laps here tonight. So we will go over the results and we'll get up on out of here. Finishing first tonight, Adam Baker. Second place will be Luper Gonzalez. Third place goes to Ryan Gemmel. Fourth place goes to Travis Wall. Gary Shank will round out the top 5. Sixth place is Jim Locking. Seventh is Sean Doer. Eighth place goes to Dean Viney. Ninth to Len McNeese. 10th place is Brian Neff. 11th goes to Ronald Henry. 12th place is Tony Gray. 13th is David Gainforth. 14th, Paul Cohen. 15th, Shane Papali, a points leader coming into tonight's race. 16th, Braden Johnson, first race with them, had a real strong truck there in the beginning. Looks very promising. Hopefully we see him next week here at Darlington. 17th is Kurt Davidson. 18th, Timothy Lewis. 19th, Matthew Talbert. 20th will be Jeff Glockner. David Howard Jr. 21st. Timothy Giles 22nd. And Joe Mitchell 23rd. Tomorrow night, the Lazy Days Racing Xfinity Series will be at, I believe it's Darlington, right here on SR Broadcasting at 8:45. So if you want to watch another good race, come on and tune in. Thursday night, the Lazy Days Racing Cup Series is off this week. And next week, they'll be back on PBR Broadcasting next Thursday at Darlington with the throwback schemes. Going to be a lot of paints on there, a lot of old throwback schemes. So mark it down on your calendar. Tune in on PBR Broadcasting and watch us. I'll be out in that race. I got a nice little scheme I'm ready to pull out. And don't forget, Sunday night coming, SoMo Garage, 9 p.m. East to 10 p.m. East. We'll have a couple of drivers from SoMo out there. Maybe we'll see if we can get a couple of the new drivers to come out and talk. And we do a lot of race talking, sim talking, iRace talking, NASCAR talk. I think it's a pretty good show. Come on out, check it out with us. If you like it, just like and subscribe and follow us. Hopefully, we're putting on good shows, good broadcasts for you. I'm on an ever-learning curve, always trying to make it a little bit better each time as I learn. So we appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate your patience. And until tomorrow night, have a good night, everybody. Stay safe, and we will see you then.